in between. You'll learn agronomy principles behind some of the monitor settings and will leave refreshed and ready to plant. Representatives from Precision Planting will be on hand to handle any questions that you can throw at them. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
I used to smoke. I thought of cigarettes as my best friend.
They were always there for me when I needed a break.
I also thought cigarettes were my best friend, and then they gave me peripheral artery disease.
I smoked and had a stroke. Actually, multiple strokes.
I smoked and have heart disease.
Here's my tip. If cigarettes are your friend, you need a better friend.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. This is Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson with Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and joined as always on the ones and twos with Mr. Harrison doing his thing. And so, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Doing fantastic. Shout out to all the state championship winners, and in particular Nick Stainer, Jay Foreman, Hank Strickland, and
Austin Norman even got on the mic for a game or two.
It wasn't Duke basketball, so I know, it wasn't what he was hoping for. But no, it was an awesome. I actually thought the crowds, especially when we got to the men's and the women's, last week as well, were really good. And to your point, just everybody, even if you didn't win a championship that week, congratulations, and just enjoying the season and at least even having an opportunity to go and do it.
Yeah, and like I said, the town was abuzz. You're starting to see some people pack up, and so if you're on the way home listening, really do appreciate that, and just tuning in to everything that 93.7 The Ticket did the last, I want to say 4 days, starting on Wednesday with a full slate. So that's been a busy 2 weeks and starting to roll into. You got baseball season and a couple other things going on. And so I'm looking forward to that. But congratulations to all that participated, families, coaches, student managers. It was cool to see some of the things with the student managers where you just, again, I always reflect and remember daughter having that opportunity, but a couple of the players at one of the teams, I don't know who it was, but they were cutting pieces of the nets down, giving it to these young kids who were student managers that were in elementary, middle school. And really, when you think about just that environment, that atmosphere, that opportunity, they may never get to that stage, but it's something that'll be bigger than the score. They'll remember that for a lifetime.
Yeah, no, that's the coolest part. I can't remember as well, if they got pieces of the net or whatnot. I don't think my team was ever lucky enough to put teams of 4. But those managers, they put in quite a bit of time too. They're there for every practice. I'm not maybe out there on the court. So it's just cool, especially when we're still in like the high school realm.
Yeah.
I mean, you get some of those class C2, D1. It's like the whole town's
It's a community.
Yeah,
the whole community
is really cool to see.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen without them. So congratulations on that end. Again, shifting in some of the seasons. Got another kind of clear day, and so it's not barely cold, but the car washes are full and everything. So again, appreciate as we start to make that transition. Various spring breaks going on, and so always have to recognize what that looks like at the K through 12 level, also the college level. I mean, my throwbacks were the MTV spring break days, and they no longer have those on TV. So young kids, ask your parents before you go ahead and YouTube and Google that. A couple quick shout outs because I want to get into our guests today. They traveled down the I-80 to be in the space today, but Belmont Community Center, want to just give a shout out to Emily Koopman. They had a community component on Thursday that showcased some of the things that their scholars had done on building community over there. Was really, really cool. And so, again, just a shout out to her. Excited about the coming weeks. We've had some of them in studio, but the next iteration of the Belmont Track Scholars will be introduced on Tuesday night on the 18th. And so excited about those 10 scholars that are fourth grade that are going to be the next version of that. And then, also going out to Kearney later this week for an engagement. And finally, but last but not least, what did I say? Oh, March Madness. How could I forget? I'm still in a little bit of mourning because my Arizona Wildcats took it on the chin against Houston, but we'll pick them to go all the way. But get out to Wings and Rings. I think on this Wednesday and Thursday, 93.7 The Ticket will be out there Thursday and Friday for first round games. And so definitely support them as well. So my transition question for you, Harrison, and then it's going into our guests because I want to maximize my time with them. And they got some smiles going on. They're here, rolled up in the morning. I went out this weekend and I don't know why, but at my age, all of a sudden I felt like I had to adult. I was adulting. And so I went to a local retailer. I won't name the retailer, but I went in and I needed some bath mats. And then I ended up buying some decorations for the bathroom. It was almost like I was going to college, and I was in there with all these people from out of town. I was like all proud of myself that I bought matching bath mats and bathroom settings. It was time to change some things. So we threw out some things in the bathroom and I took over that just piece of our life from my wife and everybody in the house. And I felt like I was not just the man, I was adulting at that moment. And so when was the time that you felt like you knew that, man, I'm an adult in life? And I'm going to ask this to our guests to open up as their introduction.
I got to do it again here shortly. Filing taxes by myself. That's just brutal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you got to pay back, which it's only happened to me once. But yeah, that's
okay.
That's adulting for sure.
Okay, so the tax
taxes
person cometh. The people would say the tax man, but I would say the tax person cometh. Okay, male, female, however they might want to identify. They want their money from, as Cosby said, the regular people first.
Yeah, and if I don't give it to them, they'll fine me. So you got to get it taken care of.
Well, it's not like you're not on air, so they know where Harrison Arns is over at 1040 O Street for the mill, probably drinking a coffee. So we've got three. I say the term phenomenal, but we got three individuals that are going to lift your life up today. And I'm excited that they traveled down I-80. They rolled in together. When they got out of the car, it was like, it was powerful. And so I'm going to ask them, one, to introduce themselves, and then two, to just intro, when did you know that life wasn't about me being in kindergarten anymore? I'm adulting. And so I'm going to start with you, Avery, to go ahead. Tell us who you are. And then when did that happen? When did that moment happen for you? Like life's getting real.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. My name is Avery Lang. I would say that moment I think about is when we moved into the dorms. Me and Godiva are roommates. And we moved into the dorms and we have that suite style dorm with the kitchen and everything. It was the first Christmas I asked for appliances. I asked for an electric skillet. I got me a George Foreman, a blender. I was on an air fryer. And that's how I know we literally have a U-Haul box in our closet just of appliances stacked. And that's adulting. We are grown.
Okay, yeah. She's grown folks. She said the George Foreman girl. Yeah, we were sitting there
Foreman.
When you get the George Foreman, you know life is real.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm up.
Okay, I like that. All right, you already kind of introduced your partner in crime, the sweet mate, but go ahead. Tell us who you are and tell us, when did you realize that it was about to get real in life?
Hey, my name is Godiva KK, and when I knew that I was adulting was probably when I went to a doctor's appointment by myself for the first time.
That'll do it.
Because usually I always go with my mom, and she wasn't there, and I was like, I'm a big girl now, and I can do it by myself. So
show them the insurance.
You had to show the card, make the copay.
I was like, what does this mean? Yeah. I don't know. This is why I have my mom. I was calling her the whole time. I was like, they're asking me for these numbers. I don't know.
It's when the copay comes in. You're like, hey, are we on the right plan? Because why is it $75 for the copay? We need to go ahead and re-examine that. All right. Thank you. All right. And then last but not least.
Hey, guys. It's Abraham Hoskins. I'm a senior at UNK. And I think when I started parenting, or not parenting, just adulting in general, I was thinking of a lot of different things that I had to do just this year. Not having to think about, paying rent, paycheck to paycheck. Oh my goodness. When I had to start stacking up, I'm thinking, here I have 6 months of rent stacked up. It's no longer just, all right, now I got to pay weekly. No, it's now I have to put other bills in my name too. I didn't know I had to pay for waste and snow removal. What?
That's
You're telling me I have to go out and put that in my name? You're not just gonna add that in? So I go out of my way to find out what I'm paying for something that I don't think I should have to pay for. I mean,
and the argument doesn't go well because you ain't gonna win it. They're like, Phil, give us their money. They don't
like,
pay it or hit the street.
They're gonna send a mob boss after me. I don't have time.
You said they got mob bosses up in Kearney.
In Kearney.
Okay. See, we need to go ahead and have that conversation. Nick Sainert was out there, and so one of them might still be after him. He had an experience out in Kearney. We won't go into that. You can go ahead and listen to Nick from 9 to 11 on the drive with AD and Chris Rabb. All right. Well, so you all have kind of introduced yourselves a little bit, but I'm interested. Just tell us again who you are, where you're from, and just who makes up your family. And so I'm gonna start with you.
So, like I said, my name is Godiva KK. I'm from Bennington, Nebraska. I'm 19 years old. I'm a sophomore at UNK. I'm also Togolese, so that played a huge part into my life because there's a huge Togolese community in Omaha. And
tell us a little bit for those that may not know Togolese. What?
Yes, so Togo is located in West Africa.
Okay.
And so my parents came from Togo when they were like 19 and like 23.
Okay.
So like my age now. And they came, they started everything from, the ground up, which that part of my family, like, it just shows we care a lot about like where we come from, know who you are, know what you have and what you don't have, and then work from that. But my family is composed of my mom and dad, and then I have 3 younger siblings, 2 of which are twins, and then my middle sister, Gracie. So we I think we have like a 10 to 12 year age gap. So I'm pretty older than them. I'm pretty much older than them. But by that, it allows me to be more wiser. And like my counterparts here, like they're also older than me. So it allows me to hold myself accountable, like, with grown people. So
love that.
plays a factor.
Yeah, you like looked at me all of a sudden. You're like, hold myself accountable to grown people. Look at Harrison. Harrison's a grown man. He's a grown man in here. All right, Abraham, what about you? Tell us your story.
I'm Abraham Hoskins. Once again, I'm here from Omaha, Nebraska. What really makes up me is that I do everything. I think there's like there should be a list of things that I don't do.
Okay.
I'm a college athlete. I'm an Eagle Scout. I did Boy Scouts for like 8 years. Yeah, I can just start pinpointing a whole lot of things I did in my life. And my family, like, we're very in the community and active. I have my mom and dad both played D1 college sports. My mom used to run here.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and all my brothers, they all play football or run track, or we're doing something and are active all the time in the community. We have our own like sports organization, Omaha DNA Track Elite. Shout out to them. I'm a part of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I'm a fall 24 initiate of the Alpha Eta Club. Yo, to the good news.
Okay.
Yeah, I just do a whole lot, and everything is stacking up on my plate. And every single time something stacks up, I just say, well, it's got to get done. We keep doing more and more and more and more. So the list is going to get really long. I should just actually text you a list.
We're gonna get in. We're gonna get into some of the other things. Who knows? Before you leave, you might get some other things added. So we don't know what that looks like. Don't know what that looks like. All right, now Avery, I think you were the one that drove everybody up here today. I saw how you pulled into that stall.
Okay, we don't need to talk about that.
Let's just
with the passion though.
I mean, it was you said you pulled into the stall with a passion. Wow. Okay. No, I appreciate it. Avery, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Right.
Tell us your story.
I'm Avery Lang. I'm from Omaha. I'm an Omaha native. I graduated from Millard South. Shout out to the Patriots.
Okay.
Once a Patriot, always a Patriot. I attend school at UNK. I'm a middle level social science educator is my profession, hopefully. So I want to teach middle school social studies. But really where I came from, I'm also, like Godiva said, she has immigrant parents. My father as well is an immigrant from the Bahamas. Shout out to my family down there. And I would say like similar, very family oriented. We have, how many siblings do I have? I have 3. Shout out to my sister, Amari. She goes to school at Iowa State. And then my brother, Titus, and my little sister, Ainsley. And so I'm also the oldest, which I love those little kids. And so, yeah, I would say what really makes up me is probably just being a sister. I think everything I do, like you said, driving in today that's the big sister of me. I texted him, who do I need to pick up and when? You better be at my house at this time. Let's make it happen. But no, yeah, I would say really honestly, me as a whole, I do just consider myself a big sister. Like Godiva said, I'm older than her too. And man, being roommates, she has to get it from me. All that sisterly advice all the time. But like Abe also said, I'm a part of every organization. I mean, we're here on behalf of Upsilon Eta Upsilon, the Honor Society for Black Excellence out in Kearney. But yeah, I'm also involved Future Educators of Color. That's where I met you, Pete. Zeta Phi Beta, shout out to my source. You're looking good today. And I do just everything. Also, we all do. So we'll get into that.
So you all from UNK, from the University of Nebraska Kearney, and so Abraham, talk a little bit about just your journey getting to that space. I mean, you're like looking at me like, man, how much time do we have? But talk a little bit for those that may not know. Obviously, it's part of the university system, Nebraska system here, and so just tell us a little bit about just where you've gone to school, but like what brought kind of you three to Kearney. What makes it unique?
So for my journey, I was up here at UNL. I was walking on the track team, and I thought UNL was the funnest place ever. My friends, we call each other the clique. We're inseparable. And I had stopped running the track team to focus more on my degree that I was pursuing in computer engineering. There was a whole lot going on. And I would go to bed still like thinking like, dang, I'm just dreaming about being a track runner. I don't care where I go. I want to go run college track. I don't care what team it is at this point. Well, I really do. But like, I'm not going to just go up to any old school. But my friends, since they want to support me so bad, they let me go back to where I had one of my interests at University of Nebraska Kearney. So they told me to go pursue my dreams. I'm like, why aren't you guys trying to like fight for me to stay back with you guys? You guys really hate me that much, man. But that kind of led me into taking like steps to reaching back out to the coaches and getting another opportunity to run back on their team again. And the coaches at UNK were very supportive about that because they used to run at UNL as well. So they were like, hey, Abe, go down there. It's your big shot. And if things, can fall through sometimes. If anything happens, you know who to call. So once I called them, they're like, hey, we have a spot for you in the team. We can have you in the meet here in 2 weeks. So,
okay. Oh, in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Shoot, I remember I used to be in shape like that. Shoot, I don't even want to think 2 weeks ahead. I get wore out. I might have to take a nap. Your brother comes in here looking in shape, strong, resilient. I mean, that's the good part about being at the ticket, but that's the one part that makes you look at yourself sometimes. So Avery, talk to me a little bit about just your purpose. I always come into space and people, you hear, like I say, purpose is to power, educate, and engage. Like as you walk in that space, like for people that don't know you, what is your purpose?
That is such a good question. I would say my purpose is to educate. I really think that is something I have a passion for. I think it's something I'm good at. Like I said, I want to go into middle school social studies, but the more I've thought about it, I really love that age group and I love teaching, but I think I like educating. And I think those are two very different things. Educating and teaching are very different. And I think being in classrooms, I love working with students and I love helping them grow knowledge and at any age level, same with our organizations and such. And then I sort of realized I don't necessarily care about the content of what I'm teaching. Okay. Not that social studies isn't important, but with where we're at as a political environment, who knows what I'll be teaching in social studies. And so really looking at it, I was like, I think as much as when it comes to education and the public education system, I just like working with students. I really like motivating them, keeping them engaged in school. That academic performance is not a priority to me. It's more of that engagement. How do they feel about themselves? Do they want to come to school every day? Do they want to learn? And those sort of things. So I really do think my purpose is just to educate. Yeah.
I like that. And I loved how you talked about, and say it again, you talked about educating and what are different things.
Teaching. They're very different. Shout out to the teachers out there because they put in work. Educating and teaching are so different because the more I do my observations and my practicum, there are so many different sides of being a teacher. And that's where I think the teaching and educating are different. I think the teaching is very much the content of what you're teaching. I'm teaching social studies. I think educating is all that extra stuff. It's the making sure, are my students okay? Do they want to go home? Do they want to come to school? Do they have people that support them? Did anyone tell them happy birthday? Do they get a Christmas present every year? Those little things. Are people checking in on them? Did someone remember their favorite color? All of those little things I think are that educating aspect, really keeping the students engaged. And that's why I say shout out to the teachers, because I personally think I just don't have that teaching aspect. I have that educating, that really keeping those students engaged aspect. Yeah.
Love that. And like I said, as you're preaching right now as you know, I work for Lincoln Public Schools. And as people come back to school, I hope they took what you just said in because you said both are very valuable, but one's going to keep you coming back to the door.
Yeah. And I think like
you can get the content anyway.
Yes. And like society is, when we went to school, I feel like it's so different with social media and everything. Like the mental health aspect of education is so much more important than I think the content of what we're teaching.
Right.
I think we have to realize the education system, every state, every school district is teaching something different a tad bit. So how important is that real content? It's that extra stuff in school that I think is the genuine reason why we have these kids in school from age 4 to 18. It's really that teaching them how to work in society, that civic engagement, how to have purpose, like we were just talking about. Those things, yeah.
You're about to open up the lines, open up the lines. All right. Same thing with you before we go to break, and then I'm going to start when we come back with you. I don't want to short you on time. Your purpose.
Okay. So my purpose, I would say, is to help. My goals in life is to be in a career where I can help, which is, I feel like, law for me specifically. But
I was gonna say that it's like dun dun.
Yeah.
You don't even know what that is. Law and Order. You even know that sound?
No,
Oh, for crying out loud! These kids. Ooh, we got. I need you to teach some content to her. Okay. Go ahead.
But yes, at the end of the day, everybody needs help in some form or aspect. So I definitely want to be the person to help people because I feel like I'm open-minded. And people have helped me a lot in my life, so I feel like I owe it up to them to help them and beyond. And I feel like with law, you can help a numerous amount of people.
What kind of law?
I'm not
For
too
those
sure.
those are out there that are in need of services, we just need to know where to find you.
Criminal law or patent law.
Oh, okay, I'll go with the patent.
Yeah.
Harris and I ain't looking for no criminal attorney right now for various reasons. We're innocent till proven guilty. No, with all that being said, like I said, you can see this is live. This is lit. We're going to be right back after this break on 93.7 The Ticket, bigger than the score.
Forget the lame excuse this year. Your boss already knows why you can't make it to work for those magical 2 days in mid-March. Join 93.7 The Ticket on Thursday and Friday at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O for March Mayhem. Come early on Thursday and get a ping pong ball with a lucky team on it. And stay all day for prizes throughout and buzzer beater upsets. It's March Mayhem with 93.7 The Ticket for the NCAA tournament at Buffalo Wings and Rings, 68th and O.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela. They let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through March 18th is 15% off Wickster Seafood, 25% off Meat Mitch spices and sauces, corned beef for $9.99 per pound, and discounted Reuben brats while supplies last. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Hey, what are you talking about over there? Huh? I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the #1 selling complete post-workout product, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out, exercises, or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today, try a free sample, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Treads Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Treads Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Treads Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, Bigger Than the Score. This is Peter Ferguson BHS LLC, and then joined as always on the ones and twos with Harrison. Just always want to give a quick shout out to Magic. Always appreciate just him and his support. And so just like I said, wanted to give a shout out to Magic, one of the longtime listeners as well. Harrison, if people are interested, I know we've got some people that have texted in. How can they get a hold of the show?
Yeah, absolutely. 402-464-5685. That is the Sarner Heyman text line. As always, you can also put a face to the voice via any of the streams that Chandra found on YouTube. As by the way, she points out on the comments there, that's what teaching is about, referring to her first segment. Teaching humans and caring about the whole person and not just the teaching subjects. Appreciate that. And you can comment on YouTube, Facebook, or X. And if you got Allo Cable, you can also watch their channel 961.
All right. So Godiva, we talked a little bit about, we were going to start with you on the break before, but quickly give some shout outs. I know y'all mentioned your families. You got friends of the friends of the program. You got part of the clique, Abraham, listening to you probably. I know your crew or whatever else. Like, give a couple shout outs. Who makes up your family?
So
by name.
Okay.
I know how we are sometimes. We can't give everybody's name, but I'm gonna give you permission to give their first and last name, unless they need a criminal attorney.
But so shout out to my dad, Kojo KK. Thank you so much for everything you have done for me and my siblings. Shout out to my mom, Nicole, as well. Thank you for being the light in the room always. Thank you for keeping our family going. Shout out to my middle sister, Gracie. Thank you for letting me be your big sister. You know, it took 10 years for me to finally gain a little sister. So I'm grateful to the max to have you. Shout out to Daniel and Daniela. They're twins. I absolutely admire the bond that they have. It's insane. And thank you for just being there for me always. And shout out to my friends back in Kearney. I could not do anything without y'all. And shout out to my friends back in Omaha and Bennington. Thank you for showing me that I can do anything that I want to do and just being on my back for real. Like, it's amazing.
All right. Give the descriptions with it. That may have been one of the first times. So that's a lot of love showing out there. All right. Abraham, what about you? Don't miss anybody in the clique now, because I can't have nobody running up on these windows.
Miss somebody.
Just be safe. Be safe.
Yeah. No, that's not true. But I don't want to drop, my family's government. That's kind of better.
Okay.
But shout out to everyone in my immediate family.
Okay.
My grandma, everybody, my younger cousin who's doing his thing in track right now. Both of them, the twins. I would say shout out to my whole core friend group when I first transferred here to UNL. For sure, because they, no matter where I go, they got my back and they're supporting me, and I definitely have a place to lay my head at. Shout out to my brothers, my 3 brothers. Is my core. They are my core. I run everything through them. I talk to them all the time, and they're always wondering and worried about what I'm doing. So, if anyone got my back in this life, it's my brothers and my mom and my dad.
Good stuff.
But on top of that, shout out to the UNK track team too. Shout out to Aaliyah. Shout out to JR.
Aaliyah.
This became like a midnight love show all of a sudden. I want to go ahead and make this next dedication to Aaliyah. We got Keith Sweat. Make it last forever. All right. Thank you.
If it wasn't for the UK track team and how we cooperate and we work together, I'm not gonna lie, I'd have been out of Kearney. Man, I cannot they make Kearney actually tolerable. And then on top of that, it's the Black community in Kearney.
Right. Shout out to y'all.
How we do our thing. You already know it.
Fantastic. Now, Avery, you gave shout outs to your folks and everything before.
Right.
And so I'm going to have you start off just telling us a little bit just about the organization. You talked about the organization that you are here representing. Fill us in on that. Fill us in on just kind of what are some things, the leadership that you've provided, you all have provided in that, and then just some takeaways. I always say people want takeaways, but some takeaways that any community could have that you are involved in.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, we are members of Upsilon Eta Upsilon, the Honor Society for Black Excellence. It was actually founded by me, Abraham. Shout out to Krista. Shout out to Sean in Texas. We miss you. But we founded this in 2023. We really wanted to highlight the academic success of Black students out in Kearney. To be quite frank, out of the 5,000-ish students we have, I would say 150 are Black students. And a lot of us are from Omaha. A lot of us are Nebraska natives, and a lot of the people that aren't Nebraska natives are kind of our athletes that transfer in. But because of that, I would say the community tends to think that the Black students on Kearney's campus are athletes. So Abe and I really wanted to highlight the academic success of our students. So what we did is we founded this Honor Society for Black Excellence. We had that 3.0 requirement, and we just started hosting events. We had informational sessions, and it really just sparked an interest. Within our first year, we won Organization of the Year, New Student Organization of the Year. I won Student Leader of the Year. Abraham won Emerging Leader. Shout out to Elda and Wengeshi, who also won Emerging Leader. We have 34 members, and we are just doing big things. We have every single member has a leadership role. So not only do we have an exec team that helps take care of all 30 of our members, each member is in charge of a certain committee. So we're built on the pillars of scholarship, leadership, and service. And so every member is involved with the committee, and we plan events of revolving those. So our scholarship committee is dedicated to William DuBose, and our leadership committee is dedicated to Malcolm X, and our service committee is dedicated to Ida B. Wells. And so our students really lock in on making sure the Kearney community sees that our Black students are more than just athletes or more than just students. We are out there helping our community. We are leaders on our campus. I mean, I would say out of the 34 of us, I want to say all 34 of us are on scholarship of some sort at UNK. We had a cumulative GPA of a 3.57, which was crazy after our first year. But every single one of us in our Honor Society is involved in multiple organizations. Within Kearney, we have people that are involved in organizations in Omaha. We have people on regional and national boards of other organizations.
You're global. You're global.
Yes, we are. Okay. We are. And as much as we are rooted in Kearney, our students really do excel. And I mean, even being here today is something crazy we never would have thought for Upsilon. So yeah, I mean, it's a really great organization. I'm glad that you're letting us have this opportunity to share about it, because more people need to know.
Well, and I tell people it's not about letting you have the opportunity; it's a well-earned opportunity. And so, you all were gracious enough when I've come into space, and immediately I was like, man, that voices need to come outside of the county in that space. So thank you for accepting the invitation.
Yeah, thank you.
Eva, I want to know just what's the best piece of advice that you've ever received that you feel like I've received this and I need to just get this out and put this back out into the community for somebody else to grab onto?
The best piece of advice that I've ever received was, so I'm gonna give a little background. I was very nervous about presenting a speech because I was on speech and debate, and I kind of low-key was feeling unprepared. And then I called my dad up. I was like, what should I do? Like, saying all the worst things that could possibly happen. But he was like, when you walk into that room, nobody knows how confident you are, as well as nobody knows your weaknesses.
Right.
So you really got to put on, I am that girl type of face and just really do it. And that's exactly what I did. And I won the meet. So
perfect. Yeah. Look at you, girl.
And we got to give you credit too. You have just earned a leadership position on campus. I know the last time I was up there, somebody was working feverishly on a flyer. That's the only reason I didn't say nothing to her while she was doing that. So what position did you earn and were appointed to?
Yes. So on our campus at UNK, I'm the senator for College of Arts and Sciences.
Okay. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well earned. All right, Abraham, for you, maybe what is one truth about life that you wish more people would know?
Truth about life?
Yeah, truth about life that you wish more people had some insight on.
Well, I wish that I think I've already realized a lot of things that a lot of people on our campus or I'm involved with don't, but no one cares. Like once you walk away from someone and they don't see you, they don't know what you're doing. So no one really is going to remember you. Half the people you walk past, all these people driving past us right now, don't know who we are. They're probably never going to see us again. So honestly, doing what you want to do and doing whatever comes to your mind, live in the moment, like do whatever. And that's like one thing I definitely learned. Once again, shout out to the clique because man, like I don't think I was a very active person. I did everything. I volunteered, community service, but I wouldn't say I was a really like extroverted person. When I came to this campus, my brother Edijah and Mariah May and Zaria, we all came together and decided we're gonna live our college dreams like how they are in the movies, and we're gonna do whatever we want, whatever comes to mind. We don't care if it's embarrassing. We've done so many things on this campus that you would look at us sideways about, but you would never think that that same person who probably just did a death drop in the middle of the cafeteria just because he wants to is doing leadership roles on international boards.
Right.
So do what you want to do, have fun with it, because at the end of the day, all these people don't know what you're doing behind the scenes. So that's one truth I think you should live by. You should live by for sure.
Love that. Love that. I just, like I said, when you talked about people driving by, everybody knows who 93.7 The Ticket is. That's why they're honking repeatedly.
That's why.
But I get what you were saying. I get what you were saying. Avery, a question. I kind of want to stay on that advice train. As you talked about education and talked about educators, I love the advice that you gave earlier about the difference of those two components. But what is a piece of advice that you would give to educators at this very moment in time?
Oh my goodness. I think it's the very basic. I mean, you as an educator, as soon as I say it, you're going to be like, ugh. But it's just to remember your why. We all went into education for a reason. Like all of us were, like, I'm a college student still. So all the educators out there, at one point you were in the place I was. And right now I am in that observation period. I'm tutoring kids. I'm doing my practicum. I'm learning how to educate. And I think it's so easy for me to say that I'm looking forward to education because I'm not in that system right now. Right. But for all the educators out there, just remember why you did it and look at your students and just really look at them as the little kids and people they are. We really have to, we're living in a society that is the future is so unknown for so many different demographics, so many different people. And I think it's just so important to remember that these students it's their first time living. Like they're so brand new in this world. And we have the power to not mold their minds, but set a standard on and a precedence on how to act in society and how to really engage with your peers and how to show love and show care. So I think to the educators out there, just remember why. I mean, it's so easy to just pack up and leave. It is so hard to be a teacher. It is so hard. But look at those students and just remember, like, they need you just as much as you need them. Education and teaching is not for the weak. And so if you get that far, if you are in a classroom in front of those students, you deserve to be there and you've earned that spot and you've made a space for yourself. So just remember that why. Remember those students.
I love the one thing that you said is so uncertain, but the fact is the one thing that isn't uncertain is there's a future.
Right, exactly.
The one
Somebody
thing that isn't
has to do it.
uncertain is there's going to be a future. We always end up going to break right on you, but I want to ask you, I want to give you about 15 seconds. Tell me, what is the best piece of advice that you could give to young people right now?
Always give gratitude.
Yeah.
And always be kind, because first, giving gratitude is important because you don't know how long it'll go. And be kind too. You don't know how far that will go either. And it's easy to be kind to anybody. So
Love that. We can't go to break on something better than that.
Literally.
Hey, while you're on break, be kind to people on 93.7 The Ticket. Bigger Than the Score. We'll be back with our third segment.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Have you been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn? At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an advocate you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you need. Advocates you deserve. That's 877-42-LIBERTY or libertylawnebraska.com.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Hey Stars fans, I'm defenseman Caden Harrington. Join us Monday, March 17th, when we host the Fargo Force for a St. Patrick's Day showdown at the Icebox. 7-star members can bring a friend to the game for free by redeeming their buddy pass at the ticket window. The puck drops at 7:05 p.m. on St. Patrick's Day, and we'll see you at the Icebox. Get your tickets now at LincolnStars.com.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty on everything while keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852. Or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today. And visit with Heartland of Nebraska Windows this week in person at the annual Husker Lawn and Leisure Show at the Sandhills Global Event Center.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Back to Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket. This is Bigger Than the Score with Peter Ferguson, BHS LLC, and also joined on the ones and twos with Harrison. Stay with us, the 93.7 The Ticket, for the rest of the afternoon. Great programming. You know, we got Haas and we got DP next. And
actually, we should point out, be sure to stay tuned because at 12 o'clock, we'll actually have Mark Canterbury. If you're a WWF fan, WWE fan, that is also known as Henry Godwin. So they'll be joining, I believe, via stream. So Haas is out there coaching basketball because I believe Maximus won. So he's in the chip today. So shout out to Maximus as that's Haas's son. But no, we'll have a special guest for that one. It should be a good show.
Looking forward to it. Hey, we've had a studio that's been filled with energy. This is one that could go on for a couple hours. So I'm already going to put it on the calendar. We are having you all back because we just scratched the surface on things. But, you know, we talked about just advice, you know, that you had been given to different groups and different individuals. And so, you know, Abraham, I'm interested in you. What's a piece of advice that you would give to young folks? And I say peers, you know, from, you know, elementary, you know, preschool on up to, you know, let's just say 25, give or take.
I want to say that this advice is kind of like heard before. You've probably heard it before, but definitely speak with your chest because that's one thing. We have like a mentor. Me and Avery are running our mentee group within Upsilon at Upsilon, and we want them to have leadership skills to where they can go off and do great things that are beyond us. Right, yeah. And one thing that we know is definitely closed mouths do not get fed, man, especially for a person of color, that your closed mouths will not get fed. And two, if you are not confident about what you're talking about, no one's going to take you serious.
That part.
And I feel like I'd be joking too much for people to take anything I say serious, but I say it so confidently that everyone thinks I'm the most realest person in the room. So definitely walking and talking and like with confidence and knowing that you're sure about what you're going to tell people is something that you should always work on, always try and be better at. So people will take you serious. You know, you can make better business decisions. You can negotiate with people better. Everything's going to work out for you.
Love that. Love that. And like you said, put it out there with your chest. And then like you said, I'll second what you said. Make sure you eat. Make sure you eat.
Yes.
Okay. Literally, figuratively, whatever. Make sure you eat. Avery, before we end with our love huddle, you know, tell us, where will you be in the future? Where do you see your future self having success?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think if you would have asked me months ago, I would have been teaching in administration, maybe a principal. But I think
superintendent.
That's where I was getting at,
That's
superintendent.
what I'm talking about.
But I think I'm aiming bigger. I will be the chancellor of a university one day.
I will.
And I will run a university system that is student-centered. And that focuses more on those students and that budget. And I know people, that is a hot topic when it comes to especially probably the UN system when it comes to finances and everything. But I genuinely think universities, these students are paying to be here because they want to be here. Me as the chancellor can make sure that this university is where they want to be at. So that's where I'll be one day. One of those Big 10, Big 12 schools, holler at me. I will be your chancellor.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. All right, we're going to go right down that line.
For me, I definitely need to be on the Supreme Court.
That part. And she will.
Yes. I also want to get out of the state of Nebraska, explore more, learn about different laws in different states, also travel. That is something I'm really passionate about, and I hopefully do it in my future. But up until then, I still want to, get an internship, focus on school, know who I am, know who my friends are, and serve my community.
Supreme Court justice. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
See, y'all better than me.
You just talked about eating. No,
I'm gonna eat, but I just at the end of the day want to be happy. If I can not have to worry about working paycheck to paycheck in my pockets and my stomach and my appetite, and I'm happy with my life and I can be around my family, that's all I can ask for. Because what I'm studying, I'm trying to put I'm studying in the health degree. I'm studying business and tech. So no matter where I go, I should be able to, as long as I can find something I'm happy doing and I don't dread getting up every morning and wasting my life away. It's going to be work, but if I come in there with a smile on my face and I can still move around, get access to my family, raise my family, have love, then it makes the 4 years, 5 years of college worthwhile for sure.
All right. Closing up, and then I know there's something how people can support you. Finish that sentence. Love is
setting expectations for someone and they meet them so much that you no longer have expectations. Shout out to my man, for real. Like when you have expectations for someone on how they treat you and they meet them so consistently that those expectations are dropped, you just know it's going to happen. That's what love is, for real.
You might have just made a chapter in DP's book. You just might have written a chapter in DP's book. All right.
Love is a craft, so you have to work on it. Not only do you have to work on it, you have to make sure you can either make it perfect or you can make it, as is. So it's up to you how you want to do it, but it's still a craft and it still has to be made. So
I like that, girl.
For me, I would say love is having complete trust in something and knowing you can come back to it if you turn your back on. Not you turn your back on it. That sounds kind of crazy, but if you walk away from something and you have full faith that they're going to be there or it's going to be there, that's love, in my opinion.
In full honesty, all the shows have meant something, but I want to thank Dr. Rebecca. I want to thank Dr. Jamie Holbein-Sansa. I want to thank Dr. Diaz for looping me in with not only just the group, but who y'all are. And you're definitely going to be serving in those spaces in such a way. And so, like I said, I thank you for being in the space. I thank you for coming down I-80. And this ain't going to be the last time that we have you in this space. So shout out, show them lows. Throw them lows. Throw them lows. Throw them lows. Throw them lows. There we go.